Alright, this is going to be an Ahlusion review. I have a few juices that I am selling, so I want to do a review on them before I ship them out. But I'm not saying that any of these are bad juices. They're actually, none of them are what I would consider bad. It's just, number one, I have too many juices. Number two, I do have a PG allergy or sensitivity, and a couple of these are 50-50, which is just too high for me. Even in tanks, for whatever reason, I don't know if my sensitivity's gotten worse. I don't know if it's just Ahlusion's brand of PG or what, but even in tanks, it's bothering me. But I don't know, I'm leaning more towards 100% VG juices or PG free juices, however you want to term it. So, you know, just a combination of those two things, I'm selling them. So, first one I'm going to talk about is Strawberry Snap. This one is a 70 VG, 30 PG. These are all from June of this year, so it's the end of August now, so they've had plenty of time to steep. I have it on my Magma clone. This is a 2.5 resistant coil, just a single coil, and I'm using my Pravari. I had it on a mech, but I didn't realize how high a resistance this coil was, and 4.1 is just slightly too weak for, you know, such a high resistance. But anyway. Strawberry Snap is just their in-season Michigan strawberry and lime. And yeah, definitely just like the 2.2 volt higher difference in the Pravari, because I had this on 4.3 volts. Does make a difference in the flavor, but it's a good flavor. If you've ever had strawberry lemonade with lime in it, it tastes pretty much just like that. I think Taco Bell has like a slushy or something that tastes like this. Not positive, because I don't really eat out too much. But I get mainly strawberry with a hint of lime, which is good because lime can be very overpowering, and in some instances it can taste like a cleaner type flavor, like a Lysol type thing, and that's not good, any good. Alright, this next one is Melonade, and it is it's lime, honeydew, and crushed mint. Now, this mint is not like a gum or like candy kind of mint where it's like very strong. It's like a actual mint leaf. Like if you ever to have a mojito, you use crushed leaves in there, and it's that kind of flavor, which I actually prefer in vapes, at least in like a drink type of vape, because it's more natural tasting and not as strong. And I think you can get something added. Yeah, you can get a Breeze, Flurries, Chill, Frost, and Arctic Blast. I don't know what that means, but it's mint or menthol is the category it's in. So I'm guessing it's a mixture between a menthol or a kind of like a culotta type thing, where it adds a cooling sensation, but doesn't have that menthol eucalyptus type of flavor, which I actually don't really like. Culotta I do like, and this does have a cooling sensation in it, so I want to say that there might be a touch of culotta in here, but I definitely don't taste menthol. And it could just be the mint, because it is very subtle. But, I mean, it is a good flavor. It's definitely very summer-like, so if you're looking for something refreshing and light, I do think it is good. And, yeah, so that one is that. Alright, now that we got a new wick in there, this next one is Berry Potter. It's kind of like a play on words, I guess, for like Harry Potter, why they chose that name, I don't know. Maybe they're fans. I am not a Harry Potter fan. I fell asleep during the first one and never really cared enough to see any of the other ones. But anyway, it is a mixture of strawberry, peach as the predominant notes, and then it has other flavors and a light mint breeze. So it doesn't tell you exactly what the other key flavors are, but I'm guessing different fruits. I think I'm detecting a little bit of an apple, and I'm not super crazy about apples, which is strange because I really like fruits and vegetables, pretty much all fruits and vegetables. And I'm not saying I don't like apples at all, but it's just not one of my favorites. But I do think I'm detecting an apple flavor in there, but can never really be sure because it doesn't say. And I'm not getting a breeze at all. Yeah, mainly I'm getting maybe a mixture of strawberry and peach. The strawberry, the peach, like neither one of those stand out more than the other. And then the apple is pretty strong. Like, I'm gonna drip some more and maybe turn this up a little bit. See if I can't get a little bit of a broader range of flavor. But of course, you know, everyone's taste buds are different. Why isn't this working? Oh. That's one thing about this Pivari, it's annoying. Sometimes it takes forever to set your temperature or whatever, your voltage in place. So instead of firing, it was just upping the voltage more. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's really hard to describe. I guess their intention was to make the flavors mix so well together that you really can't pick apart what they are. Because, I mean, that's what I'm getting here. It says a natural fruit blend with strawberry and peach as the top notes, followed by other key flavors. No one flavor is overpowering, yet every flavor, well, it says yet every flavor is very distinct. I don't really get distinctness out of this, but I don't know, and I don't get a light breeze either. I don't know. First time I tried this, I was very impressed with it. And I don't know if it's gone through what they call reverse steeping, but it's basically not going bad, but like if you leave pop out and it goes stale, kind of like that kind of thing, where it's just, I don't know, reverse steeping. Like, I'm sure you've probably heard of it if you've been vaping any length of time. But some brands do that. I'm not sure if Ahlusion's one of them because I've never really had that many flavors from them around for any length of time, but it's possible. And, you know, your equipment could have a lot to do with it too. That one's not really anything special to me, but again, I'm not really big on apples. For whatever reason, I'm getting a lot of apple in that one, and not really so much the peach or the strawberry, to be honest. I'm getting mainly apple, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. And this last one's Caramel Wildwood, and this one's also a 70-30, and is a tobacco. and I really do like tobaccos, but I'm very picky, just like I am pretty much with any juice, period. And that's why you should take my reviews or opinion, whatever you want to call it, with a grain of salt, because my taste buds don't seem to correlate with most people's taste buds. And you also have to consider the fact that I vape no nicotine. And nicotine does change the flavor. I don't care what anybody says, like, it does change flavor. It not only changes the way it steeps, it changes the way it looks, because, you know, nicotine generally will make your liquid at least a little bit darker as it steeps. With nicotine-free juice, like, it's clear. Like, this has been steeping for almost 3 months now, and it's not any darker than it was when I got it. Now, when you get tobaccos or coffee, things like that, they do have a little, like, this one has a very, very, very slight color change to it. I don't even know if you're going to be able to detect it. It's like a very slight yellow color. But really, I mean, that could even be from the caramel. You really don't know. But I actually haven't tried this one in a while. And for the longest time, all I was getting was like a caramel popcorn kind of flavor. And, you know, it's not bad at all. It's just, I don't know, there's just certain things I don't want to vape, and I'm very picky about my juice. So we'll see how this is. I believe this is one of the ones that I'm shipping. Okay, it has changed a little bit since I last tried it. It's definitely got less of the caramel corn flavor. Like, it's still, the caramel's still very much there, but I think the tobacco finally started coming out a little bit more. But I would say, even if you don't like tobacco, I could definitely see you liking this if you like caramel. If you don't like caramel, I mean, I don't really see that there's even a chance of you liking this, just because it's very caramel flavored. I don't know why I'm not getting much flavor or vapor on this, but oh, that would make sense. It helps if you have the right hole open, which is what he said, or she. Much better. Really weird. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Having the air, the hole all messed up, it got a little bit warmer, so it changed the flavor a little bit, but having the hole where it's supposed to be, and that's one minor thing about the Magma that's kind of annoying, is like, if you have to, when you take the top cap off, or if you have to, in this instance it's a little bit different than when you're dripping, mainly because usually when you're dripping you're not changing flavors the way I am, so you really don't have to take the top cap off. But when you take the top cap off, the little airflow ring, you have to constantly put it back to whatever you were doing, and since I have this single coil, you have to make sure the right holes are lined up, and kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not really meant to do what I'm doing with it right now. It's not really made to test flavors. Honestly, the best thing to test flavors, and the only reason that I'm not using it, is because it doesn't have a coil in it, and honestly I didn't feel like making it before I did this video. I'm probably going to do it after, just so it's done. But I Go L, I think is what it's called. It's just a 2-prong, very simple stainless steel RDA. It's also very good. I would recommend it to anyone that's starting out with RDAs or are interested in RDAs. Number one, because it's a very simple configuration. Number two, it's cheap and it's legit. It's not a clone or anything. It's by, I think it's called IGO. I don't really know, but it's, you know, name brand. It's still cheap. It's like $12, sometimes even cheaper, and it's a very sturdy device. It's just, I wonder if I have it over here. Yeah, just looks like that. Very simple. I don't think it came with the strip tip. Yeah, it didn't come with a drip tip at all. But, I mean, most of you have a drip tip by now. And if you don't, they're literally a couple bucks. But anyway, that is what I would recommend for either beginning drip, you know, RDA people and people that do reviews to test flavors. Because it's very easy to use that as, you know, to do those things. The reason I did the Magma is because it's already coiled, and I mean the flavor on it is excellent because your air comes from underneath the coil opposed to just in front of it like most RDAs are. And eventually I will do like a review or, you know, at least say how, you know, what I like about it, whatever. I just haven't got around to it yet. And I still haven't even filmed the Typhoon GT clone thing because it got messed up and it was horrible. But anyway, there's going to be a part 2 to this because this is already obscenely long. So check it out if you're interested.